philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery.
When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell?
At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all materials archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
It doesn't sound like we're going to get the finer details of what this tax reform package will entail. Is it a good idea to start talking about tax reform, something that you said can't be accomplished by August, when you don't have all the details?
Well, there'll be details that'll come out, and yes, I think it is important that we're talking about it, and we are going to move forward.
Maybe they should just shut up about it. I mean, I understand President Trump. He loves superlatives. He uses them all the time. Great, fantastic, the biggest, wonderful. I understand that. And I like him. I'm a big fan of his. But maybe they should just shut up. When the tax plan is finished, say it's finished and present it. When the health care plan is finished, come out and say it's finished. Stop going out there and saying things are going to happen when they don't happen. When President Trump announced and promised to unveil this, again, massive tax cut plan, apparently Mnuchin had no clue. He had no plan ready. He didn't know what he was talking about. And then, I love his superlative. This is going to be the biggest tax cut ever. Okay. But I don't think Mnuchin ever sat down and said to him, wait, don't go out and say that. Do you know what Reagan did? It's going to be impossible to beat it. You're going to have to try to climb that hill. It'll be impossible to meet or beat Reagan's 1981 tax cut. Don't go out there and keep saying it. It's going to be massive, the biggest ever. Because in 1981, his tax cut, Reagan's tax cut, amounted to 6.2% of GDP. You know, that's the equivalent of $11.5 trillion. You're not even going to come close to that, especially when you have all the Republicans who are tax neutral, who need the income. You can't keep spending $2.8 trillion a day, more than you take in income, and cut massive taxes. How do you do that? How do you cut taxes massively when every day $2.8 trillion is what we're short? We've taken $2.8 trillion, less than the tax revenues that come into Treasury. It's impossible. You can't do that. He's got to stop with this disappointing. Because after a while, nobody's going to believe it. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. I think he's got a bunch of dopes he's putting around him. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't. Maybe they're all yes men. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, this weekend was a big weekend. The market's up 238 points. Has not budged. This morning we opened up about 215 points. We went to 238. We've been stuck there all day. No follow through. What's going on with this French victory? How come it affected our market? Well, first of all, you got to understand what's going on. The stock market in Europe surged big time because the centrist candidate Emmanuel Macron, along with populist candidate Le Pen, they won, beating out a communist party candidate. That was a big deal. They were afraid the communist candidate would win. But now more excitement. More excitement was added when the polls came out late last night. Not only did Macron win and Le Pen win, but now it's saying that Macron, he's going to win the final race on May 7th. So that's going to calm all the fears of Le Pen's victory, which if she wins, she would have removed France from the Eurozone. So overnight, all the people that were taking safe positions, risk-on positions, they were confident that that this thing may go badly, and Le Pen may win, and that France would be out of the Eurozone. And so they put these risk-on positions, but now they had to unleash these. They had to unwind them. And so they're unwinding these risk-on trades, meaning these short positions on the euro. They're betting short the euro. If you remember, it's just as much as when Trump was running, and that evening, election night, George Soros was short the market. And the next day, he was in the wrong position. He had to reverse himself, buy the stuff back. He lost over $1 billion. It's the same thing that's happened over there. There was risk on trades, thinking, we may be in trouble here, that France is not going to be part of the Euro Union, and because Le Pen's going to win. Well, when Macron won, the pressure was off, and so they started to unwind their short positions, and they unwound their safe haven positions, which is gold and the dollar. Because remember, they all ran to gold and the dollar, thinking, okay, this is safe. So if everything blows up, at least I'm safe with the gold. Well, so today what happened is that both the dollar sold off, and so did gold, and the market went up 235 points. Because see, the U.S. markets are in sympathy with the other market. And we have what we call a relief rally of 225 points. So what's going to happen now, tomorrow, is the test. Is there going to be a follow-through? You got to see the second day there's a conviction. The second day you need a follow-through, like last week. Remember, we had that big 200-point rally the one day, and I told everybody, forget it. It's not going to have a follow-through. And the next day it didn't follow through, and then the third day it gave it all back. Well, that's what we got to look at here. Right now, this is a big relief rally. So, again, stocks are going up for the wrong reasons. And that's the real problem. Stocks should be going up because they have dividends. Stocks should be going up because of good earnings. And that's not what's happening here. It's all noise that's moving these stocks up. So right now, I'm looking at the market right now. We're up 237 points. We've been there all day. We've been pretty much there all day long. So the best thing to do is when you get a market like this, is that if you got caught, or first of all, let's say you didn't get caught, don't chase anything today. You already had to be in a stock. You already had to be in a position to enjoy today's rally. But if you jump in a stock today to try to catch this rally, you're going to lose money because you're going to get in right near the high. And tomorrow or the next day when there's no follow through and they start selling the market off, you're going to get caught. So in these kind of situations, when stocks are going up for the wrong reasons, I mean, this is just as they say, a feel-good rally, a sympathy rally. So you got to be very, very careful here. And gold. Don't worry about gold. The dollar is getting worse. Trump is saying that he wants a weak dollar, which is a terrible thing to say. And so gold's going to be just fine. So for all you gold bugs, don't sweat it. Gold's going to be just fine. Just have some patience. We'll be right back after this break. 15 past the hour. Phil's gang. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software, I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you can tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you can put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandy at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the MaxVest software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
They represent, people just in this room, nearly $1 trillion of sales and 2 million employees, large majorities of which are in the United States. They share our commitment to bring manufacturing back and to create jobs in this country, which has been the biggest part of my campaign.
And that's Donald Trump. He's talking about the manufacturing. He's talking about the CEOs. He brought in CEOs. This I didn't understand. He brings it to CEOs into the White House. And he's saying, I'm for a weak dollar. Now, the reason he's saying he's for a weak dollar because he wants to help these CEOs of about 650 companies, the largest companies, that do 60% of their revenue, 65% of their revenues come from overseas when they manufacture here and they export it. Well, wait a minute, I don't get that. Why do we care? Shouldn't we be more concerned over the Main Street population where there's 27.9 million small businesses, of which 18 million of the 27 employ 500 people or more, who create 72% of all the best high-paying jobs? How do we take care of them? By having a strong dollar. So why are we going to a weak dollar where we're going to hurt 28 million small businesses to help 650 businesses? And remember, the weak dollar only does one thing for you. It just helps these big companies to export goods overseas because the prices are lower. That's it. There's no more benefits. Oh, some people say, yes, well, the weak dollar, you're going to have less of a trade deficit. But I've told you a million times, whatever you make up in a trade deficit, you lose because of the dollar. Because it's the world currency, you have to go buy oil overseas, 10 million barrels a day. And when we use the dollar to go overseas and buy that expensive oil, whatever we buy, we wipe out what we gained in cutting our trade deficit, which is silly. So really, there's nothing really good about a weak dollar. But we'll get into a little bit that later on. Let's get this Stock Corner and make some money.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts.
Okay, today the stock market opened up 235 points today, and it's still 235 points. It hasn't budged all day. Why? Well, everybody's excited over the fact that, or France, I should say, is excited, and the European markets are excited that the two candidates that did win were not communists. They weren't communists because they did have a communist on the ticket, and the one who is going to, they believe, the polls are saying that this one, I think it's Macron, I'm not pronouncing it right, is the one who's going to win in May, is going to be the president, and they favor him over Le Pen because he is going to make sure that they do not take out of the Union France, where Le Pen said she was going to take, if she won, she was going to get rid of the Union. She was going to make sure they no longer were part of the Euro. So everybody's excited today. So what they had to do is a lot of people were wrong. They were shorting the euro, thought the euro was going to collapse. And then when the right people won on Sunday, they had to reverse their positions, cover their short positions, and the euro just went up through the roof. And that also has moved our market up for the day. Now, tomorrow will be the key, because if we don't get a follow through of another 200 points, then that means that this was just again, like last week, you get these knee-jerk reactions. And remember, as I said, stocks go up because of tax cuts. Was there a tax cut involved with this? No. Was there any earnings growth over the weekend? No. Was there any dividends being passed out over the weekend? No. This is all about, hey, we're going to stay in the euro. Cover the short positions on the euro. We were wrong. Euro shoots up, the dollar goes down, and when the dollar goes down, the stock market goes up. But it's not set in concrete. Those are the wrong reasons. And when you get these wrong reasons, you don't react on that day. You just don't overreact. Chill out and see what happens the following day. And that's what we're going to do. Look, this is interesting. By the way, I have 7. I can't believe this. I have 7 left. Remember, I start out with 25 ambassador positions. And I have 7 left. In other words, you join the gang and you get the MV2 chart free for 30 days as a gang member. You sign up for the gang, $39.95, and then you follow me on that MV2 color-coded chart, a beautiful chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell. You don't need planners. You don't need money managers to tell you. It's all following the money. When the money goes into stocks, it goes up. When money's come out, it goes out. And whose money? We're talking about the Vanguards and the BlackRocks and T. Rowe Price. We're talking about the 9 largest banks. We're talking about the big insurance companies. And when they put money in, the algorithms spot it, and it turns green, and you buy. But the most important thing is when it turns red till you get out, because they're all getting out. You always were left behind holding the bag. Well, that's not going to happen anymore. So I said, I need 25 ambassadors to tell people, you're going to watch this you're going to work with this for a whole month with me, free, get the chart free, and then you just mimic me in the exchange traded funds I am personally in, and you mimic me in using this chart. And then that's how you really learn. Then you go tell a whole bunch of people, say, yeah, this really works. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. I got 7 left. Let's please clean this up today. 877-600-GANG. Okay, or you can go to the website, philsgang.com, where I have a promo code, free MV, like Victor 2. But do it now. There's 7 left. I'd love to clean this up and get rid of these today, okay? But what a wonderful way for you to learn how to invest in a stock market, and knowing at night you can sleep because now you know when to get out. Give you an example. Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson shot up 6%, and then it turned red, and she dropped back 6%. Having this chart, you would have kept that 6% gain, because you would have seen it. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You don't have to depend on anybody, a planner, a broker, nobody. You don't have to ask anybody, when should I get out? What a beautiful thing. Call now, 877-600-GANG, get your free chart, 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandy at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Many of you do not have time to be in individual stocks. You don't have time to learn. Well, I have a solution. As I invest in my own exchange-traded fund, like the Spiders, you now can follow me. Every time I do something, you do exactly what I do. It's a great opportunity. Join philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grande at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the MaxVest software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all material is archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the MaxVest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the MaxVest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Become one of my ambassadors. Get your free chart. It's a $29.95 value. It's a chart that tells you when the institutions are getting out of their stocks or they're getting in. And what you can do is follow me. You join the gang for $39.95. I will comp you the MV2 chart free. You follow me for that month. And by the way, you can follow me on the 3 exchange-traded funds I am invested in so that you can copycat exactly what I do. And as a gang member, you can do that. That's the best way to invest if you're very, very busy and you don't have time. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. The start of the show, we had 7 left. Call now. We'll wrap up these 7, get them done. Also, don't forget, Wednesday, May 10th, coming around the corner, I'm going to be at Michael's on East here in Sarasota, Florida. I'll be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Buckley. We're going to discuss President Trump's 100 days and what he accomplished and what he didn't accomplish. And I think he accomplished a lot. The problem is that when he committed to these to the tax cuts and to especially Obamacare, I mean, for 7 years, for God's sakes, the Republicans, before Trump showed up, don't you think they should have had a plan? They had 7 years. He shows up now. There's no plan, nothing, not even a base to start from. Ridiculous. But let's talk about making some money today. I also want to talk about how important it is when you're buying a stock that you know when to get in and when to get out. Johnson & Johnson is one of our big winners, one of our stocks, the gang stock. We've been in this for a very long time. And it just happens to be someone who follows Cramer happened to be in it for a very long time. Listen to this.
My stock is Johnson & Johnson. I've owned it for a long time now. And with the miss on the revenue, should I still hold on to it or buy more shares?
Pull the trigger. It wasn't that bad. And they made that acquisition. It's going to be a good one. I have faith in Alex Gorski.
He's got faith in Alex Gorski. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Well, what happened if Alex Gorski gets hit by a car? I never heard anything so stupid. You buy a stock because of Alex Gorski, because he knows Alex Gorski? Are you kidding me? How about during the dot-com days when Cramer knew all the CEOs? Remember that? During the dot-com days? And how about during the stock market, during the financial and housing? Cramer knew all the banks. He knew all the CEOs. He was buddies with them all. But yet 12 million homes were lost. $42 trillion in net worth was wiped out. 8 million people lost their jobs. And during the dot-com, look what happened during the dot-com. Another $6 trillion was wiped out in net worth. What difference does it make you know a CEO? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. Here's what you want to see. This is Johnson & Johnson. This is our stock. My gang, when this turned green, Johnson & Johnson, and that was around January of this year, she went up 15%, then she turned red. The institutions started to pull their money out. And they're still pulling their money out. Now it's down 6%, but we were able to hold the 15%. I'm not suggesting every gang member made 15%, some made 10%, some made 5%, but my point is the opportunity was there, and the better point is that it turned red and told you when to get out. That's what's important, isn't it? That's real important. Johnson & Johnson. So you're going to listen to this jerk? This dope Cramer tell you, I know Alex Gorski, yeah, good friend of mine. Now this guy is buying a stock when the institutions are pulling their market money out. It's already dropped 6%. Are you kidding? Since March 16th? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. That's why, again, call 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV2 chart now, and you can follow me. And remember, all you have to do is join the gang. That's all, $39.95, and you get all of the everything, all the classes. You can use all the benefits of the gang membership. Anything you want to use is yours. Okay, all right. I want to get back to you. I want to talk about something right now. This is very serious. Okay, yes, the market's up, but let's see what happens tomorrow. You want to see a follow through. But I think what is really serious is this. Yes, everybody's excited about in France and that Macron now will beat they say will beat Le Pen. Nobody knows, and therefore the euro. Everybody jumped into the euro, buying the euro is more value than the dollar, and so therefore our stock market went up for the day. But here's what's really getting me, the dollar. Let's talk about the dollar. The weak dollar. So the weak dollar, well, helps the stock market to rally, could not come at a worse time. Because Trump has changed his position favoring a strong dollar. He favors a strong dollar? Are you kidding? I mean, weak dollar? Are you nuts? You want a strong dollar because a strong dollar reflects a strong economy. And you know why it's important? Because Obama and his Congress were spending $4.2 billion a day more than the Treasury was taking in tax revenues. Trump is going to spend far more than $4.2 billion a day than what he takes in, what the Treasury takes in. 70%, remember, 70% of our GDP economic growth comes from consumption, 70%, which comes from a strong dollar. You can't get 70% of our GDP economic growth is what we need. You can't get that with a weak dollar. The only people that benefit with the weak dollar is the small segment of the population, the 1 percentile, who's involved with the 650 mega companies. They're the ones who get rich, not Main Street. A strong dollar gives consumers, you and me, more purchasing power. Lower prices on goods that we import everything. We don't manufacture anything anymore. So all those, when the strong dollar, you have a strong dollar, that means when we import stuff that we use every day, it's at lower prices. China, for the last 15 years, has been building a large middle class. They're already affluent. Affluent enough, they're making enough money that they purchased both in L.A. and San Francisco 370 businesses worth $5.9 billion, creating 8,300 jobs. Now, what's my point? The point is that the strong dollar, remember, we need to keep a strong dollar in order to show we got a strong economy so we can borrow from the Chinese, continue to borrow from them, so that we can take care of our debt, because we spend more than we take in. This is where we get the money from, China. And China also lends us the money to buy their stuff. At some point, though, while they're building their middle class, as that middle class gets bigger and more affluent, they're not going to have to sell us the goods anymore. That means they're not going to loan us money anymore. Now, that's not to years down the road, but somebody should be thinking about that. I mean, just think about it. One day, they don't need us. One day, they say, we can sell all the stuff that we make to our middle class. So now we're not going to sell to you. Therefore, you don't have your dollar is not the reserve currency anymore. China say ours is. See, foreign investors see a strong dollar as a message that the economy is stronger than all other economies. So they invest. See, when foreigners see a strong dollar, they invest in our economy, just like the Chinese. I mean, look what they've invested in. All kinds of companies. So all around the world, we want a strong dollar. Because when you got that strong dollar, you're king. You're king. And a strong dollar is associated not only with a strong economy, it makes imports cheaper, especially foreign oil, which we import 10.1 billion barrels a day. Cost of borrowing goes lower. Goods for housing industry, like building materials, are cheaper. Copper's cheaper. I mean, there's nothing better than a strong dollar. But Trump's saying he wants a weak dollar to help these guys on Wall Street? More when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the philsgang.com Bud Z store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at philsgang.com.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, please get your tickets early. They're going to be sold out. I will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. Okay, and I'm sorry, Bill. I don't know. I kept saying Bunkley. Bunkley is a good friend of mine. Buckley, that's why. Bunkley. At Michael's on East, where we'll take a good look at the president's 100 days. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm glad. These guys are the best, and I think this is a good group. and I'm going to enjoy being with him. I think you're going to enjoy giving us questions. We're just going to have a good old time. So get your tickets and just go to my site, philsgang.com. Now remember, the VP reception starts at 5:30, goes to 6:45. Then the main event's at 7 to 9. Okay, so get those tickets, philsgang.com. Also, remember, we just have 7 at the start of the show. Call now. Help me get rid of the last of these. I want you to be my ambassador. And I just don't, again, I love the ambassador program because it's the best way really to get more gang members, to introduce people to Phil's Gang, which I think is the best online education system when it comes to investing stocks where you take control yourself. I think it's the best online anywhere. I don't think anybody can match. I'm not just saying that because we have gang members all over the world. We do. And we've been now, this is about our 18th year, I think, and we're still here. And I enjoy doing this. And what I really get a kick out of it is when people get the MV2 and then after a while they email and say, you know what? I wish I had this MV2 years ago. Are you kidding? I don't need anybody to help me. How simple. Now I'm showing my kids. They can start, and they can start understanding investing, and they can start early in life. Because you got to start early in life to put money away. Time goes by fast. Real fast. Wait till you start hitting 50. See how fast it goes by. Then you're 70. I mean, it goes by fast. So I'm reaching out to help you. And I get frustrated because when I see like Johnson & Johnson and I hear a dope like this criminal Kramer who tells people to get in a stock when the institutions are pulling money out, or I hear on the weekend, all these guys on the Bulls and Bears, everything's 20%. You're going to make 20% on everything.
I think infrastructure has Home Depot up 20% in a year. Spring break is upon us. It means fast food restaurants are going to surge. McDonald's up 20%. Vodafone is a way to play with. I think it's up 20%.
20%? I don't know what's going to go up 20%. I have no idea. I don't know what a stock's going to do. And I don't make money on every stock. If it was that easy, I'd be on my yacht doing this radio show. But I can tell you one thing I've learned from the dot-com crash, and I learned from the housing crash, the 1987 crash, is they all crash for the same reasons. Because people are tapped out and they can't buy, and then the inflation stops. Prices don't inflate anymore. They start deflating. People get laid off, and then that's it. They start losing their job, and there's nothing worse. The most scary thing is when you hear your neighbor next door lost his or her job. That is so frightening. You should never be in a position to have that kind of fear. You should always be independent. And you can be independent investing in stocks. It's just that stocks got such a bad rap because of guys like Kramer and the rest of these parasites. They're not there to help you. Give me a break. You think these guys go home at night worried if they helped you or not? I do. Every night. So I sat and decided to design a chart that gets you out. Never mind getting in. Anybody can get in a stock. But get you out. How many people ever get you out? That's the key. Now I look at Trump, and I love Trump. He's done great things for me. He's helped me. He's put me in his book. We're friends. But when I see there must be the water in the White House, it must be the air, it must be the apple trees in Washington, must get into these guys' brains. What the hell is he doing talking about a weak dollar? That's the last thing you want. Weak dollar?
The deals we have with other countries are unbelievably bad. We don't have any good deals. In fact, I'm trying to find a country where we actually have a surplus of...
Yes, no, that's all right. But you changed NAFTA. You changed the trade agreements. But you don't kowtow to a small group of elitists. You don't kowtow to CEOs of 560 companies or 650 companies. Are you kidding? So you're going to have a weak dollar to help them export their goods? We can live without them, but we can't live without healthy 28 million small businesses that is the engine, the backbone of this country. The backbone, the engine is the small businessman, the entrepreneur. He's the engine. You got to keep him going. And you said you would, but you would do it by keeping a strong dollar. And what are you going to do if you can't get your tax plan through, which you're not going to, not right away. It's not going to be for another year. You're not going to get your health care plan through. Look at the debt. Look at the debt we have. Look at our Social Security, for God's sakes. Look what Social Security and Medicare is costing us. We're going broke with Social Security and Medicare. You need a strong dollar so we can keep borrowing money. We got to borrow money. I mean, my Lord. Social Security is a fiction. Social Security should be funded for the general fund, just like the military. But no, they don't. They say, oh, we have this box, this lock box, and we take your Social Security check and we put it in, and we take the money when you retire and send it to you. Are you nuts? 70 million people in 2008 who reached, finally, their 401k, ready to start retiring. They found their 401k screwed them. They found out their fees were so high, they're getting back half of what they should have. And then they look at their Social Security check and they get taxed on it. Unless they want to divorce their wife. I mean, we got some real serious problems. Let's keep the dollar strong. We need a strong dollar. It's unbelievable. Our small businesses, look, Trump is falling right into the same trap that all the other presidents. They start favoring the Wall Street elitists, the banksters. Remember he had the banksters come in his office the other day to talk about what he should do with the Dodd-Frank bill, what things he should leave in and what things he brought in the same criminals. He brought in Jamie Dimon, who should be in jail, who sold paper, bad paper, to the pension funds, to people who are retired. He knew the paper was no good. Madoff went to jail, though. He did the same thing. But not Jamie Dimon, because he was hooked up with everybody. America will not be great again unless we have a strong dollar. America will not be great again if we keep kowtowing to the 1 percentile over the 99 percentile. For 29 million small businesses, there's where you got to support. Look, the stock market is a great place. There's no question about it, if you know what you're doing. Look, we need savings. You can't have savings. Savings is essential. But how are you going to get savings with a weak dollar? Savings, you got to cover your children's education. Savings, you want to buy a car or appliances, but no. Everybody borrows. Everybody borrows. They borrow to get their education. They borrow the car. They borrow their appliances. Nobody has savings anymore. Well, what are you going to do? Now be for a weak dollar? Most people can't retire. Middle class wages are failing. We're at a 30-year low. Our wages don't go up. We need a strong dollar to stop that. He failed with the stimulus. He failed with the quantitative easing. It was a big lie. We had a 41.7% increase of middle-class men and women slipping into poverty under Obama. And now you want a weak dollar? No. Come on, let's get back on this thing. Let's get back to what you said when you went to Washington. These guys aren't your buddies. Not at all. Okay, here, 877-600-GANG. I can't change anything in Washington, but I sure can change and help you. I'll reach out to you. You just help St. Jude. Call now, 877-600-GANG, and get your free chart. Join the gang. Get your free chart.
You have been been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.